Okay, let's go over the algorithms I used. I tried to keep it simple. I think you will be impressed at how simple it is. I did nothing complicated. Some people are impressed with complexity. I'm impressed with simplicity. So at Ticketmaster, somebody handed me a magazine with the LZW algorithm in pseudocode, and I coded it. This is the LZW. At Ticketmaster, I made a full archive program. This is just for one file at a time. I don't have an archive. I don't need it. I only compress individual files. So there's that algorithm. That's the only algorithm. I'm not kidding. Okay, there's a couple others. Okay, so data types. Okay, I have a hash table, a linked list hash table. It's got some other links for traversing because it's sparse. It's a linked list hash table. The CIA has told everybody that hashing is for security, so nobody knows about hash tables anymore. That's dangerous. I guess we want to fool the Chinese. Okay, so what else we got? What else we got? I got a random number from numeric recipes in C. I used Denny Dinker's malloc. Basically, you have an array, and when you free a memory chunk, if you have an array, let's say 512, then you stick it in the size, you stick it in the slot for that size, and you make a linked list. So imagine you have pigeonholes, 100 pigeonholes. Somebody hands you a size 12, so you put it in pigeonhole 12. Somebody hands you a size 20, you put it in pigeonhole 20. I should have said size 16 and 24. Let's say 16 and 24. Somebody hands you another size 16, so now you have a linked list, 2 and 16. Somebody requests a size 16, so you go to the linked list at 16. Okay, then when you get bigger, you do pages of 512, and then when you get bigger, you do powers of 2. So that's all it is. Multiprocessor psect. Qsort. I made a couple specialized I made a couple optimizations for size 8 bytes. Anyway, my scheduler is round robin. Nothing intelligent there. String pointer. I had to convert ASCII to decimal to. I guess a lot of people are impressed with assembly language. It's rare these days. My generation, everybody did it. I'm not kidding. I get people that want to show off assembly, and they say, "You don't know assembly." Yes, I fucking know assembly. I know assembly so much I should be embarrassed. You don't understand. Okay, so my compiler. So there's a lexical analyzer, nothing fancy there. The concept of a lexical analyzer stage I learned in a compiler course, breaking it into stages, divide and conquer. The expression parser, I didn't use, there's left recursive, whatever, LR parsing and stuff. Those all suck. I used just I made a state machine, and there's two choices when you get an operator. Either it's higher precedence and you do it right away, or it's lower precedence and you save it for later. It's not hard. You have just two choices. You use a stack and you save it for later on the stack. So statement parser. Actually, my unassembler is the most interesting thing. My assembler is cool. Oh, by the way, I had a Bloom filter on the archive that I used at Ticketmaster, in encryption, and Denny had me just make up some encryption, and I had a Fletcher checksum. I got rid of some of the checksums I had. It's kind of niggerlicious to put checksums on everything. I'm not impressed. I don't have a bad block table. Oh, I forgot my disk code. It's easy to make shit complicated and garbagey. You can throw checksums on shit, and that's stupid. Anyway. So where was I? So I made an unassembler. My unassembler has a binary search on the opcodes. I made an opcode file with all the variations. So when you're unassembling, you have to come up with a way to order the opcodes. Once you have a way to order, then you do a binary search. And that's how you get your unassembler. My kernel has disk. Okay, I have a free list. I don't have very fancy. I think the FAT32 has an information sector which has an incrementing counter that you allocate from. Somebody gave me a secret, which is when you allocate, try and find the same size, and then it's a lot better. It's stable. At Ticketmaster, I tried doing a garbage collect to return it to the system. It made it unstable. I played around with garbage collect. It made it unstable. If you don't know what I'm talking about, basically, garbage collect makes it unstable. I think I might have played with Buddy System allocator. I don't think I think that was unstable and a lot of overhead. Fuck that. Mine's better. Anyway. I'm not worried about memory efficiency. That's the least of my worries. I want speed. So what else we got? That's it. I didn't use any algorithms. I used a sparse matrix with Markov chain, I guess. That's not what I use for God. I used a sparse matrix with Markov chain probabilities for my word stat. I used a binary search for looking up words. So I had a disk cache. There's no algorithm there. Just no, it has a hash table. Hash table based on block number and partition. So what else we got? We got the editor. You know, if you know what these things are, there's lots and lots of, mostly I use circular doubly linked lists like facts that I learned at Ticketmaster. That's my favorite. Circular doubly linked lists. Q's. Where were we? We were so we covered all the stuff in the kernel, in the compiler. Atom, bootloader, no algorithms there. Controls, no. This is my editor. I have to search for bin numbers and renumber bins, binary graphics, and it's nothing. There's no algorithm. I used a hash table, a couple spots. Disk, file manager, check disk. Used a bitmap. God. Graphics. What did I use in my graphics? B-spline. We learned that in my graphics class. To find a shading, you take the dot product of the unit normal with the light source. Big deal. I'm okay with dot and cross product. I've done it enough. It's easy. I know it. It's not difficult. So the clipping algorithm is the only thing I looked up online for line clipping. It's not very hard to understand. I did my triangle and my line and my circle and my ellipse. I did it all out of my head. I use non-standard, as it turns out. All of mine are original. I used whatchamacallit, is it Euler identity? What's the one, there's the famous -1 equals e to the I pi, which is the special case of cosine x, e to the cosine x plus I sine, e to the cosine theta plus I sine theta. Anyway, I know complex numbers really, really well since I have had so much complex numbers. I've had shitload of courses on complex numbers and the basic axioms and theorems. Shitloads of complex numbers and matrices. I've had shitloads covering the same basic matrix. I should be an expert. Every class we start by covering matrix, vector spaces, inner product spaces, all that shit. Okay, what else we got? My window manager wallpaper. That's it. There's no algorithms in this operating system. Go fish.